minds are all over the place this week. But firstly, I think when I looked at the program, and it says here inspirational talk, I was all actually told to give an inspirational talk. I think I was told a week ago, and then I started asking myself, is my life inspirational or something, or is there something inspirational about me actually? That was Ate Josie would have an opening remark that is more than an inspirational talk. So how would I top that? Well, actually last night I prepared a very generic speech. I even have to use AI to prepare it, and I think it does no justice with just what Ate Josie said, and also realizing how great the Filipino American cancer care really is. So I think I'll start with introducing myself. So I'm Darwin Gomez. I am from the Philippines. I am from Santa Fe specifically. I am a chemistry professor in Tacloban. And in 2022, I received an offer letter from Virginia Tech to study PhD in chemistry and arrived here in 2022. So I'm a rising fifth year in the program. But back in May 2025, research is difficult for one. And then I thought the fatigue I was going through was just because I was really working so hard to get results and publish paper. And then things developed, and then I had rectal bleeding, and that was, it gave away everything. From that, I went to a doctor and I was diagnosed with rectal cancer. A diagnosis, it was stage 4. So I came here in the US with lots of dreams of publishing. In my mind, I wanted to go to be associated with Harvard, MIT, or things like that. I wanted to do that. But with that diagnosis, I didn't know. When I heard the doctor said it's highly probably cancer, I didn't know what to feel, or I didn't know what to say. But the thing was, when it happened, I am planned to go to California for a research, and it was a funded research, and it was a proposal I wrote with my advisor, and we won the grant for that. So getting the diagnosis and having to fly actually to California to do research, to do what I feel is great things, working with robots to make new materials, for example, to make new therapeutics. And actually, we were supposed to start a research in cancer, and in my mind, oh my God, things happen. So I get the diagnosis, and then 2 days after that, I flew to California. And then I didn't know I was doing research. Whenever the idea about cancer is always in my head. But when I go to the lab, I would tell myself to stop thinking about it and work on research. And then there would be downtime. And the thing is, it's there. It's the elephant in the room in your head, and it's always there, and you're always reminded. So what I want to say is that having getting diagnosed, it's very taxing on the mind. It's very taxing on the mind. But the human mind, and I think God really, one of my realizations is that I think with God's provision, the mind can think of lots of things. So you can do research, you can go on with your life, and you can be dealing with cancer. So now where does FACC come in? So when I was diagnosed with cancer, I didn't know what to do. I don't know friends. So the first thing I did was to search in the internet, for example, in an organization, a Filipino organization that's focusing on cancer, and I found FACC. And then I started watching interviews in Facebook, and then finally I messaged Ate Josie, and she responded quickly, and then the outpour of help came in. And then at one point, so they actually gave me, what do you call this? I wasn't, at the beginning, I wasn't a formal beneficiary of FACC, but they already, Ate Josie already started helping me and connecting me with people around Blacksburg. So there is a very big community of Filipino in Roanoke, and that's when I was introduced to lots of very good people, and they're here with me. Tita Teodi, special shout out to Tita Teodi, Tita Rose, and John. And I remember John took me to Marcelin Fairfax, where we had there was a formal activity, and it was the cooking show with Chef Bunuan, and it was my first time meeting with the FACC people, and it's really warming. It's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming when you realize that there are so many people that complete strangers who want to help with you. And so I think today what I'm realizing is that I am here to talk to the new officers of the FACC and make them believe that what they are doing is great. That what they decided today to choose to be one of the to be a member of the FACC team is the right thing. I want you to realize that it may be difficult to come up with activities to raise money, but when you hear people like me, or hear stories of people who have been helped by FACC, and also the idea that in the future it will help more people, it will spark the passion in your heart to help more people. So thank you very much. Damo nga salamat, you have changed my life, and I am forever grateful for it. Thank you.